I'm Megan. My son is 13 years old. He likes Legos. He likes to play outside. He likes to play video games. He didn't like school before. He felt really stressed out. So he had, meltdowns there because they weren't following his behavior support plan either.
I am Kelsey Heilman. I'm a senior staff attorney with the Portland Regional Office of Oregon Law Center. It was immediately clear to me that something was wrong with what had happened in Megan's case. Her son is a child with disabilities, and he has what's called a behavior support plan in place. It's a written plan that sets out the way that his disabilities manifest in particular behaviors and the ways adults around him can best respond to help de-escalate and avoid the situation getting worse.
With each step, you can see different signs. So like when he's at a level 2, he might start getting fidgety. But then at a level 3, he starts crawling around on the ground and maybe flopping his arms around and crying on the floor. He should have been offered to go out on the track or do some big body movements. A level 5 is just completely out of control, just when a person is to the point where they really can't be calmed down. If the teacher would have identified that Riley was at a level 4, he probably would not have been expelled, and they would have realized it was due to his disability because it's on his behavior support plan.
He had been disciplined for demonstrating exactly the behaviors that show up in that plan. These were known behaviors that are closely tied to and caused by his disability. To discipline a child under those circumstances violates federal law most of the time because it's the same thing as punishing them for having a disability.
After he got expelled, I felt so helpless. They put him in tutoring for an hour and a half. They didn't even teach him math the whole time. The first step I did was a friend of mine told me to contact FACT Oregon.
At some point, FACT Oregon said, we really recommend that you contact an attorney for the next phase, and connected her to Oregon Law Center.
The lawyers were great, so it was Kelsey, Emily, and Miguel. They were so awesome. They responded to me so quick, and they were just so great to work with.
This was a client who had really tried to navigate the system on her own and with the help of a community partner, and she had still come up against a wall. Unfortunately, you sometimes need a lawyer with you so that people will listen to you in these systems. And I really think that's what happened with Megan.
It was incredible going from not having a lawyer to having a lawyer. It made me feel stronger, like I had a voice. It was just a really great, incredible feeling.
Outcome in this case was really excellent. So early on, the school agreed to vacate the expulsion. So the discipline was lifted, and that meant that Megan's son could go back to class, and immediately the team could start on developing that more supportive plan that he needed to be successful.
They offer him fidgets. They just put him on a chair in front of him so he can choose on his own. He has more decisions now, and I think he feels like he's a stronger person.
The second thing that we negotiated is the payment of money to give him what's called compensatory education. So that's hours of time that he missed in class to work on the skills that he needs assistance working on.
With the funds, we're doing some tutoring. We're trying to get him social interactions, so different camps. I bought him a computer so he can learn coding. He's doing really well.
In addition, the district agreed to do training for all of the special education managers on child find obligations and on discipline of children with disabilities. So one of the results of this case is that all of the people who make these decisions across this district are training on what the law requires, and that will mean more children are identified for special education services sooner, and fewer children are disciplined in a way that's not fair.
Thank you, Legal Aid, for helping me.